with Emmy Award-winning reporter Jennifer Santiago.
I want to talk to you now what the Bible says about creation. In the beginning, God created the heavens and the earth.
As a Christian, you cannot believe in evolution. Wherever evolution is believed, wherever it is taught, there it breeds chaos.
Do you believe in God? Well, according to a Harris poll, 90% of American adults do. 84% believe in miracles, but one local group says miracles are for morons and creationism is for crackpots. They celebrate science, and they're called the Atheists of Broward County. Joining me in the studio right now is Ken Loukinen, and we are here to talk about Charles Darwin and your celebration. Now, for anyone out there who doesn't know, Darwin is the father of
evolution.
Okay. And what exactly are you celebrating, where and when?
Well, most scientists feel that Charles Darwin was one of the greatest discoverers in science history. Some even putting him above Einstein.
Right.
He came up with his theory was so simple and basic that a lot of people are amazed that they didn't think of it before. And in his book, while a lot of people misquote it, he just breaks it down so easily and beautifully that the theory just makes sense on its own.
Now, the Darwin Day celebration that we'll be undergoing today, right now, happens where and when, until what time?
At Flamingo Gardens, we're starting at 10 o'clock, and it'll go till 5 o'clock. We have some guest speakers who'll be showing films about Darwin and his theory. We'll have some birthday cake also.
Okay, and there's a big debate out there right now in terms of what children should be taught in schools. The evolution or creationism or a mixture of both. Now, you brought up something that I thought was very interesting about Americans that believe in evolution. Tell me about that graphic.
Yes, back in August, the University of Michigan did a survey of 36 countries, and only Turkey had less people who accepted evolution as fact. 40% of Americans do accept evolution, while 40% do not, and 20% are undecided.
Now, some people might look at that study and go, well, wow, maybe Americans just have a lot of faith in God as opposed to being, I don't know, ignorant? I guess you don't look at it like that.
Well, we really don't have faith in any kind of supernatural. We feel that everything has a natural explanation. And most atheists are well-versed in the Bible. We've read the Bible, and that's why we've become atheists. We just can't believe the fantastic stories that a supreme being could create everything, including all the animals, in a 6-day period.
When you bring that up to those who have very strong faith, usually what's their response to you? That maybe faith and logic don't necessarily intersect anyway, and it's just something you feel as opposed to something you can explain?
Well, it's kind of difficult to understand their point of view. The believers, they tend to misquote science and ignore mountains of evidence because it might conflict with their belief.
Right.
And their belief is based on a 2,000-year-old book that has not changed, but has to have been interpreted differently throughout that time as science finds new things.
How many members of the Atheists of Broward County are there?
Our group now has 130 plus members.
And besides celebrating Darwin's birthday, what else do you guys meet to do?
Basically, we meet on a weekly basis, and we discuss current events, different scientific topics. It's just mainly a place to meet other science-minded people, people who don't go to church and don't partake in the religion.
Okay. When you were growing up, though, did your parents raise you religious in any way, shape, or form?
My personal story is, no, my parents never forced me to church. I went on my own with my friends, and I tried until I was a young adult to believe, even though I didn't believe. Right. I just kept trying because so many did.
Right. Well,
I later became comfortable with the fact.
We all have our personal journeys, right?
Yes.
Well, thank you so much for being here. We appreciate it.
Thank you very much.
And let's ask you this. How do you feel about celebrating science over God? Is faith logical? Why do you believe in God?